At round 5 of the 2024 to 2025 Premier League season, Manchester City and Arsenal delivered an exciting and dramatic match to the audience at Etihad Stadium. The game ended in a 2-2 draw, a result that accurately reflected the fighting spirit of both top English clubs. Arsenal had a strong start and caused Manchester City numerous difficulties in the first half. They were the ones to take the lead with a 2-1 score thanks to the brilliance of centre-backs Ricardo Calafiori and Gabriel Magalhaes. Both not only showcased solid defensive abilities but also contributed effectively to the attack, helping the Gunners gain an advantage over the home team. However, City were not far behind, especially with top stars like Erling Haaland and John Stones. Despite leading for most of the match, Arsenal had to settle for a point after John Stones scored in the final minutes of stoppage time. The English defender's goal earned Manchester City a valuable point, helping them maintain their unbeaten run in this season's Premier League. The match drew attention not only for its goals, but also for several tense moments between the players. One of the most notable incidents was the confrontation between striker Erling Haaland and centre-back Gabriel Magalhaes. Haaland opened the scoring for City in the first half, but he and Gabriel clashed repeatedly throughout the game. Particularly in the final minutes, the heated duels between the two players caught the attention of the crowd. After John Stones equalized for City in the 8th minute of second-half stoppage time, Haaland made an unsportsmanlike gesture by throwing the ball at Gabriel Magalhaes' head, enraging Arsenal fans and players. On social media, many criticized Haaland for this unnecessary provocation, calling it disrespectful and unacceptable under any circumstances. But that wasn't the end. Haaland also exchanged rude words with Arsenal players, especially young Anthony Lewis Skelly, shouting, "Who the hell are you?" This remark only heightened the tension further. Things escalated when Haaland approached Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta after City's equalizer, patting him on the back and saying, "Be humble, be humble." However, Arteta responded calmly, merely staring at Haaland for a moment before turning away without a word. Arteta's restraint was praised by both experts and fans alike. On the other hand, Gabriel Jesus, a former Man City player and now under Arteta's management, couldn't keep his cool. After Haaland's disrespectful comment to Arteta, Jesus confronted him, asking for an explanation, but Haaland retorted defiantly, "What? Get lost, clown!" Fortunately, Jack Grealish intervened in time, preventing the conflict from escalating further. Haaland's frustration was somewhat understandable as he had faced tough marking from Arsenal's defense throughout the match. Meanwhile, Bernardo Silva did not get involved in any on-pitch altercations, but posted a provocative message on social media criticizing Arsenal. Specifically, the Portuguese midfielder claimed that only Manchester City played real football, while Arsenal focused on bending the rules and relying on the referee's decisions. Silva's taunting of Arsenal wasn't just an outburst of frustration, but also reflected the tense relationship between the two clubs over recent years, ever since Arteta left City to manage Arsenal. The rivalry has only intensified as Arsenal improved under Arteta's leadership, but defeating Manchester City remains a significant challenge. The 2-2 draw against City, even with 10 men in the second half, can be seen as a positive milestone for Arsenal. However, in Silva's view, it was merely a small step and nothing to be proud of. Silva's comments could be seen as part of the psychological warfare between top teams, a common occurrence in modern football. The narrative surrounding Bernardo Silva and Arsenal after the 2-2 draw highlights not only the tense relationship between the two teams, but also the fierce competition in the Premier League. Taunts, whether from players or fans, are part of the football atmosphere, where emotions and pride sometimes overshadow reason. This draw may not have been the desired result for either team, but it certainly left many memorable moments and will likely be a focal point in future encounters. Arsenal will need to prove that they are not just a tough opponent, but a team capable of beating the strongest competitors. Meanwhile, City and Bernardo Silva must tread carefully if they want to avoid having their mockery become a burden when the two sides meet again.